welcome. How are you? I am going to today be doing the January book tag. This is a book tag that was created by Jan from JAN-uary, I think her channel name is. I will leave her linked in the description down below. I wasn't originally going to do this tag, but I was tagged by Sharni from Sharni and Books to do it, and it actually looks pretty good. So I'm really actually quite excited to make this video. I will leave all the info in the description for both of those channels down below. I highly recommend you check them out. They are fantastic. The January book tag is a tag that kind of tackles that weird transition from one year to the next, and like what books you're reading and what books you like need to catch up on and things you did and things you didn't do and all that stuff. So I'm going to be doing that today, but before you do that, hello, I'm Michaela. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. I would greatly appreciate that. And I am going to now start the video. So the first question on the tag is the first book you read last year and the last book that you read last year. So the first book that I read last year was Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. I actually made it into my top 5 of 2021. So if you want to check that video out, I will leave it up here somewhere. And the last book that I read was actually Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, and I have a whole reading vlog for that one as well. Question number 2 is the first book that you have read this year. The first book that I read this year was actually The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I did start it last year technically, but I finished it this year. So more thoughts on that to come. Number 3 is share 3 reading goals that you have for this year. Again, I have a whole video around my goals for this year. If you want to check that out, please go watch that video. But 3 of like my main goals is I want to read 52 books. I've set it quite low intentionally. I want to do more buddy reads. And also the third one I didn't actually mention in that video, so a sneak peek, but I want to read 30 books off of my physical TBR. Every year I aim by the end of the year to have read half of the books that I have already sitting on my shelves, because I have a really bad habit of buying books and not reading them. Number 4 is the 3 most anticipated titles that are coming out this year. I generally tend not to keep up with what's like coming out unless it's a part of a series that I've already read. So I realistically only have 2, and the first one is the second book in the Crescent City series by Sarah J Maas, and the second one is the second book to the Legendborn series by Tracy Deonn, which is Bloodmarked, and I think that comes out pretty soon, which I'm excited about. 5 is which goals did you reach or not reach last year? I actually smashed my goals pretty well last year. I did manage to read, out of the 50 books that I wanted to, I read 80, and I did technically participate in a book club, which was another one. However, I did not do that to its entirety. So I guess that's my like goal that I didn't reach. I also, last year I started with a physical TBR of 40, I think it was, and I did read 20 off of that as well. So yes, read 20 off my physical TBR, read 80 books in total, and didn't properly do my book club goal last year. Number 6 is, are there any new releases that you have no desire to read? Again, I don't really keep up with new releases, so I'm not really sure what's coming out. I guess if anything from like Sally Rooney was coming out this year, like I liked Normal People, but I'm not like in love with it. Yeah, I don't know, to be honest, I'm not really up to date with things that are and aren't coming out aside from what I am excited for. So there's that. I did like scroll through a lot of lists of like, oh, like anticipated releases for 2022, and there were so many that I went past and was like, I have no interest in reading that. But could I tell you the name of any of them? No, I cannot. Number 7 is, are there any reading habits that you want to change this year? I guess like reading habits wise, I actually want to slow down a bit on reading. I don't want to read as much as I did last year. I want to focus on some other things here and there. But also I, after the start of the year that I've had, would like to buy less books, because I have bought so many books at the start of this year, it's actually ridiculous. Number 8 is adaptations you're excited about. Again, something that I'm not super in the know about. However, because I watched Sharni's tag, she reminded me gently that the Daisy Jones and the Six adaptation is coming out, which I am pretty excited for, and that's about it that I know of. So I know that there's a Court of Thorns and Roses TV series at some point, but who knows when that's coming out or if it ever is. I would be happy if it didn't, but that's fine. Number 9 is your favorite bookish memory from 2021. I had a fantastic reading year in 2021. I read a lot of really good books. I found my groove for reading, which was amazing. Discovering library apps, oh my god, changed my life. cannot get enough of library apps. But I guess the biggest one that I have to say would be buddy reads, and doing buddy reads with people was my favorite bookish memory. Yeah, I did 3. I did 2 of them with Sharni and they were so much fun. So I'm hoping, again, as my goal for this year is to do more buddy reads because I so enjoyed them. And finally, number 10 is, are there any carryovers from last year that you have to finish this year? The answer is yes. Technically, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo was a carryover, but currently I still am reading Dry by Neil and Jared Schusterman. I have been reading this for probably nearly 2 months now, maybe 1.5 months at the very least. I do intend to finish it. However, it's just taken me quite some time to get through it. So yeah, I guess that's like my main carryover from 2021. And that is the end of the tag. So I'm going to graciously end this video by tagging one other person to do this book tag video. Everyone else I know has already been tagged, but I'm going to tag Janelle from Janelle Reads to complete this book tag, and let me know if you do, please. I would love to watch it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.